And good evening, everybody. This is Rob Gearing here. I am one of the founders of the 2K Profit System, and I'm coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in our Zoom room, and also on Facebook. So we are going to be talking about the 2K Profit System. We're going to be talking about the law of averages. We're going to be talking about how that applies to your business and your 2K Profit System business. We're going to be taking your questions as well. But I want to show you a couple of cool new features that are out there now for the 2K Profit System. Well, the one I'm just going to explain. I don't think I need a screen share on this one. But basically, we've been working with just doing some testing out in the field and looking at how the approach of, say, for example, a real-time lead generation company operates. And what a real-time lead generation company is, they actually kind of do what we do. They advertise business opportunity seekers. They ask them a series of questions, and they call them they call them and ask them a series of questions, verify their seriousness, and then pass them on to a serious affiliate out there. Somebody who's looking to build and grow their business. And if you think about it, we do the same thing. So we got to thinking, why can't we put a questionnaire? Many of us have the Calendly already in place, so that's great. That's a great tool, and I would never give it up for anything. But we put a little Calendly influence into our sign-up form on the 2K Profit System. So when you have that lead that opts in, they join your list, they're presented with the 2K Profit System sales page to join under you. They are asked a series of questions. First and foremost, they are asked if we kind of explain the business model. Are you okay with that? We want to make sure people understand what they're kind of signing up for. And then we ask them another question, a simple one: how much are you able to invest in a business like this? And they're presented with various options. One is nothing, and then you have 100 to 400, and it goes on from there up to all the way to 2,000. So you as the affiliate, you as the their would be sponsor, soon to be sponsor, are going to get this very valuable, powerful information right away. And they're also asked what's the best time to contact, how much time they can devote to the business, and what's a good time range that they can be contacted, of course, via telephone. Because we've talked, and I don't know how much I've talked to this group, but ixnay on the text messages. It's dead, my friends. Pick up the telephone and call your signups, your people who have gone through basically a double opt-in. We talk about double opt-in and autoresponders. Well, that's exactly what happens when somebody opts into a list and then signs up on the thank you page. And when it's a free sign up, like what we offered in the 2K Profit System, you got yourself a highly qualified, real-time, double opt-in, red hot person. Like, you should be calling them yesterday, right? But the reason we put down their preferred time is we want to reach people when that's why we love Calendly so much, and having people book appointments, because your best option always is hitting people at a time that's agreeable to them, not when they're in class, not when they're juggling the kids, not when they're making dinner, when it's their quiet time. So you'll be center stage then, and that's all we can ask. It's not the end of the game, but it's the opportunity that we all wait for. It's like basketball. When you get up on the free throw line, you may or may not make those foul shots, but you're given the opportunity to go to the line. You've got to execute. That's showtime. I love it. I love showtime. Win, lose, or draw, succeed or fail. I love showtime because it always teaches me something. I always learn something from it. So we love the fact that we can give you guys this information now. The other thing is, and I think I'll go a little bit more into that in my segment after Vicky. So I'll leave you with a teaser there. I'll go into screen share. But right now I'd like to introduce Vicky, and she's going to talk. This is week 7 of the network marketing mindset, and it's law of averages, which I can't wait to hear about. So without further ado, Vicky Osgood-Whately, go ahead.
Hello and good evening, everyone. This week, we're talking about a concept that will fundamentally change how you approach your business, the law of averages, week 7. This isn't just a motivational business. I mean, this isn't just a motivational phrase, it's a statistical principle that, when understood, can eliminate the fear of rejection and empower you to take massive action. The law of averages states that for a certain number of actions, you will get a predictable result over time. Think of it like a coin toss. You might flip heads 3 times in a row, but over 100 flips, you'll be very close to 50 heads and 50 tails. Our business works the same way. We have an average success rate. Your job isn't to force a yes out of every person you talk to. Your job is simply to increase your activity and trust, and the numbers will work in your favor. Let's break this down. A no isn't a rejection of you personally. It's not a failure. It's a piece of data. It's a strikeout on your way to home run. Imagine you've discovered that for every 20 people you talk to, you'll find one new team member. If you know this, what does it mean when you get a no? It means you are now just 19 conversations away from your next yes. Each no is not a discouragement, it's an excitement because it's a step closer to your goal. It's proof that you're in the game. You're working your business and you're getting closer to the people who are ready. Think of a professional salesperson or a professional baseball player. They don't get discouraged by a no or a strikeout because they understand their numbers. They know that if they just keep stepping up to the plate, they'll get a hit. They trust the process. So, what's your action step for this week? We're going to put this theory into practice. Start by tracking your own personal law of averages. It's simple, just keep a tally. For every 10 conversations you have, how many result in a customer? How many result in a new team member? Don't be afraid of what the numbers might reveal. Embrace them. Once you know your numbers, you'll be empowered. The fear of rejection will disappear because you'll stop seeing a no as a final answer and start seeing it as an essential part of the process. Every conversation is a win because it's either a yes or it's a step towards your next yes. Make sure to maintain a positive mindset as you track your numbers. Reflect on your progress weekly and celebrate not just the yeses, but also the personal growth from each conversation. This is a numbers game, and the more you play, the more you win. Remember, network marketing is about personal growth just as much as business growth. To dive deeper into this topic and other essential mindset shifts for network marketing, I highly recommend the ebook Growth Mindset, which can be found in your Great Life digital library. There are actionable materials in the book that will allow you to build your growth mindset from the ground up. It provides a fantastic framework for understanding the professional skills and mindset required for success in this industry. The discipline you'll gain from tracking your numbers, the confidence you'll build with each conversation, and the resilience you'll develop from every no are skills that will serve you long after you hit your financial goals. So, as we continue this journey, I encourage you to see every conversation not just as a business action, but as an opportunity for self improvement. Thank you for your time, and back over to you, Rob.
All righty. Thank you, Vicky. Looks like we have a new person just popped in the room. I think somebody already got them. Okay, good. All right. Good. Excellent. Okay. So excellent job, Vicky, as always. And the law of averages, that's what we live by. That is like kind of one of the key elements of a business like this. We also call it the numbers game. The law of averages is a numbers game. So that means out of so many clicks, I'm going to get so many leads, and of those leads, I'm going to get so many 2kps free signups, and of those 2kps free signups, I'm going to get so many Great Life members, so many pros of the Genesis Legacy Vault, so many advanced of the Genesis Legacy Vault, so many elites, VIPs, masteries. You could literally map it out like that. That's what we call that is the law of averages. That's the numbers game. So when your numbers aren't where you want them to be, you have a couple of options. You can create bigger numbers, or you can create more targeted, focused action steps. It's really, I guess each individual makes that choice. But I wanted to point out one of the greatest home run hitters that ever lived. His name was Babe Ruth. So, and this is where we're going to get a little interactive. So everybody hit their chat button at the bottom of the screen, open up the right-hand side chat window. Most people know that Babe Ruth had 714 career home runs. Now, don't Google this. I did. I'm the teacher, so I can do that. So how many times do you think Babe Ruth struck out? Throw out some numbers for me. If he hit 714 home runs, give me a couple guesses in the chat. If somebody hits it on the nose, I'll give you something, but you can't cheat because I'll know you cheated if probably. So you have to be like within plus or minus 5. So just Dale's close. That's a good. Oh, more than 3, Christy. Oh yeah, Dale's pretty close. Let's see if anybody can beat Dale. Because I'm going to give a credit package at my TL2I cash mailer of 10,000 credits to the person who comes the closest. Mick is, yeah. Okay. Couple more seconds here. Going once, going twice. It looks like Mick's the closest. The number is 1330. So Dale, you'll get that credit package. I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget. Dale T. Okay. There we go. So Babe Ruth hit, he batted, I don't know, I didn't go look up that stat, but he batted a lot of times. But he struck out double more times than he hit a home run. He was a prolific home run hitter. So as Vicky said, those strikeouts we learn, and they're part of the process. If Babe Ruth would have quit baseball after his first strikeout, we never would have had the legendary home run king, who later was surpassed by Henry Aaron and ultimately Barry Bonds. I don't want to get into any controversies with that. It just is what it is statistically. But Babe Ruth was something, as if you look back on the history of it. But he didn't quit. He stayed with it, right? He stayed with it, and look what happened. He didn't let those strikeouts stop him. So that's what we have to do in our business. We have to keep moving forward and figure out, if our numbers aren't where they need to be, create bigger numbers, create stronger actions, better behaviors, better improvement, and not like, well, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And we don't create the rules of business. Business creates, this is what it takes to be successful. And you either do it or you don't. It's really that simple. And don't fall for the charlatans out there that'll give you shortcuts and cheats and those types of things, because they never pan out in the end. The only success that I've ever had is when I've really, truly, honestly treated this business like a regular offline business. That's when that was a breakthrough moment. And that was a long time ago. That was before my actual breakthrough. My actual breakthrough was big ticket income with another company before the 2K profit system. So take a hint of that. If it worked for me, it should work for you. Multiple streams of income and a big ticket component is really the key. And we brought that to you. So, that's it. That's it. I mean, that's the bottom line of that. So let me go into screen share. I'm going to show you a couple of things in my little segment here. All right. So we're in screen share now, and there's my 2K profit system. Let me move it over here. Yes. Okay. So you're going to find now a new welcome video, and I even got dressed up for it. No tie, but I wore a dress shirt. So I wanted to be as fancy as I could here. But in all seriousness, this is a new welcome video. And you may say to yourself, well, geez, you just did a new welcome video. That is true. But we looked at it and thought, couple little points we really want to, after we got feedback and we listened to people and watched it a few extra times. So we added some new elements, and we flipped our buttons around a little bit too. So this is a 7-minute welcome video. It's still half the time as the original welcome video, but we think 7 minutes of somebody's time is worth it if they're interested. That if they can't make it through a 7-minute video, I don't think I can help them. So basically, I give a good introduction to our company and our players, and I give a shout out to the sponsor, and then I go into covering the Facebook group and important components of that, WOW app, And I go into a little extra detail because a lot of people don't realize you need to do it on your phone. So you can set up an account on your computer, and you can even log into WOW app on your computer, but you want to download the app and then log in on the app side. And that's the power of WOW app. So I go into a little bit of detail there. That's married up with the instructions in yellow now, how to find your WOW app username. I talk in the video about how to use the little code box that we have there, where all you got to do is, once you find your ID, put it in, hit save, and then the whole link populates. And if you've never done marketing before, this is how it works. You see, you invite somebody to go through the 2K profit system, and they're doing activities, and you're getting signups, and it all starts at WOW app. It's really the first step in the process, honestly, to give you an idea of there is a little money to be made, but there's a lot of money to be made as well. So if we fall in love with WOW app, we could live a life of making $15 or $20 a month at the best, maybe a little bit more if you build a huge network there. But please don't fall in love with that and not move on to the next stuff, because that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we offer here. In other parts of the video, we get into uploading the photo. I don't show how to just click the button and you grab one of your photos on your computer, and then book a call. And I leave it at that. Book a call. So if you've gone through a setup and you're running traffic and you're bringing people in, my goodness, you should have your Calendly. You should scroll down here at the extra stuff at the bottom. Calendly's right here, and follow the Calendly instructions and get yourself. Whoops, that's going crazy on me. Get yourself let me fix my dimensions here. I like to go about 80%. That's good. Get a Calendly set up for yourself. So when they hit book a call, they're going to come to you. And you can come to me and say, I'd like you to be part of that call. That's fine. So they're going to book with either you or I, but they should meet you before they make the important steps of step 1 and step 2. They really should. And that's going to set the stage for people saying, you know what, I've got enough know, like, and trust now. I booked a call with a leader, or potentially with me, either way, or maybe maybe it was multiple, the 3-way call with me and you and them, right? Or some combination of that. But that's pretty impressive. But Calendly is a huge coaching tool. Having an appointment calendar makes you a professional marketing coach. So it's very impressive. And you can put survey questions there as well, get a little bit more information from people as they set up the appointment. And we kind of use the spirit of Calendly in our sign up form, asking people questions when they're signing up to the 2K profit system. So you can get real-time data about things like how much they're willing to invest in this business. And let me tell you something, friends. If you are here and sitting in this room and you don't believe that you should invest a single dime into your business, then I would never call you. I would cancel your appointment. And I don't mean to be mean. It's just, we have to be real, right? We have to be real. We're not asking everybody to go all in right away or anything like that. It'd be lovely, and it's worth every penny of it. But if somebody answers the question, I have no money to invest in my business, then all we have for them is WOW app. And like I say, maybe that's $10, maybe that's $15 over the course of earning pennies every day for months. But that's not where you're, right? That's not where you want to be. And the people that will say that will also say, I'd like to make $10,000 a month. I can't square those two things. I just can't. So I have to come out and be honest, because we are the honest, real deal of online marketing, network marketing, and all things like this. We are the gold standard because we tell the truth. And it's a shame that we're up against liars that scam and cheat people. I just had a nice lady today who in a program that we're all very familiar with, was scammed by a notorious program jumper. But good news, this person is going to be restored to a respectable sponsor who will help them. So maybe the message is going to be sent and shots fired across the bow that this is no longer going to be tolerated. And I went to Greg Gunderson himself to appeal this, to appeal for this person to get, because there's somebody else out there that was helping and supporting them. Yeah, that's the people that should win. And that's the people that I advocate for in this business. Okay, so that's enough about that. But I wanted to definitely show you the the new video. I want to get your feedback. If it's bad, I'll do it again. I swear to you. I promise. But my wife laughed at me. I was doing it in the other room, and I think it was 37 takes. It's so hilarious. Like, it's, I can't even begin to describe. But I'm a trooper. I just sit there. Take number 37. Let's go. Here we go. But the outtakes have to be. I should put the outtakes together because they're a riot. Honest to goodness. Anyway. So that's the welcome step. All this should happen very quick, right? And so we get people to step one. So they click on set up step one, after they booked their call, done the things, they got their WOW app set, they've read the instructions, they've looked at our additional little compendium resources here, and they click on step one. Let's go. Let's go. That's the key. We want people moving forward so they can get the best out of what we have to offer. So Great Life is where I then come back into the picture and tell you about what a great, awesome company it is. And this is our step where you build residual income. And residual income takes time. Great comp plan. It's got fast start bonuses. It's got the residuals components like a matrix and coded bonuses to infinity, and just the best comp plan in the industry. But it doesn't happen overnight. So Jared will talk to you in step two about how you can get the faster income while you're building the residual with a great network marketing company through the 2K profit system. You're not individually necessarily, you're involved in these businesses, and you're part of their communities too, but your promotions go through the 2K profit system. This is how you can promote multiple things, and not too many. We don't have too many. It's a nice amount that we have here. But this is how you build multiple streams of income through one link. And that is our mission statement. So that's really important to understand. And we covered that in the video as well. So what I want to do with Great Life tonight is I want to talk about, and Vicky's ebook is in, if you are a Great Life member in your back office, it'll say access your digital products. That's a separate login. It's greatlife.thinkIFIC.com, users sign in, but you can access it right from your back office. And that is where you would find tonight's ebook. So I just wanted to demonstrate that real quick and make sure that you read it and make sure that you take something away from it in addition to what you learned from Vicky tonight. So it's just taking a minute to load here. And again, it is the growth mindset ebook. So you'll just scroll down and you'll locate that and download it and enjoy it. But what I really want to talk about tonight, what I really, really, really want to talk about tonight, let me go to Great Life website. I'd like to get interactive again because I want you to come aboard through our system, and I want you to get your free product because they will give you a free full-size product for free. And why I want to talk about that is we can talk about mindset. We can talk about building a business, but if your health is not there, my friends, you might as well forget it all, right? So I want to know if anybody's willing to share. I'm going to come back to the Zoom. I'm going to ask you to, once again, click the chat bubble at the bottom, open up the right-hand column there. Do you have any health concerns, any issues that you are concerned about? We all sometimes toss and turn at night. Maybe we toss and turn because we need a good sleep product, right? That's actually, I'm glad I said it that way. We sometimes toss and turn because we don't have enough energy during the day, and we're worried about that. We have high blood pressure. We have sugar issues. We have a myriad of swelling and inflammation, allergies and colds, and sick all the time. So I'd like to hear, so maybe just give me a couple. Somebody wants to put something out there, and I will marry you up with a product. So when you join and they ask you what free product do you want, you'll be ready to go. You'll be ready to go. So do we have any volunteers here? Just to put it in the chat window here. Christy has her hand up. You got one for us, Christy?
Yeah, I've actually got a few.
I've
got
just give me one, Christy. Your top one.
Horrible sinus issues.
Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. So let's go over. Dr. Rob's going to give you some thoughts here. Horrible sinus issues. Well, let me tell you, my friends, I just got to get, there we go. let me tell you my story. So I had horrible sinus issues. And the first product that I ever did in 2023 with this company was called Wild Conch. So I'm going to go to directly to Wild Conch, and there it is. It's a little dropper. I do a full dropper, maybe 3/4 of a dropper. My wife does it as well. Um, it actually is an immunity product, but it gave me a side benefit of not only curing my sinus issues. I don't get sick at all, and I used to get sick a little bit. I've never been a sickly person, but it pretty much the key was helping me with the sinus problems, and it also lowered my blood sugar. And this was predicted by my sponsor before I even started taking the product, because I told him about my blood work and the things that were going on. One product did all that stuff for me. Do you think that's worth nothing? Like if they're going to give it to you for free on a
Wow.
$49 join, you're going to get that free product sent to you. Okay, so that's important. So this is a product company, and we want to partake in these products. We want to share these products with others. We want to use them and have others use them. And this is how we build part of how we build great life versus it's all about a matrix or it's all about just making money. This is all about the products, and the money is the nice side byproduct. So, and the other one is Trans Factor. That's one I actually haven't tried because Wild Conch just solved my issues, just took care of it for me. So I have to be honest with you. I've never tried Trans Factor. So I'm going to pull that one up on the screen. Let me
Here
go
I
to
have a
the
question. I've been meaning to post this in the group because I actually have tried. I have wild conch here. I just forget to take it. So I
never
got to
forget,
start taking
Christy.
that every day.
Never
My
forget.
question is, so I've got herniated and bulging back disc and horrible arthritis. What would be the perfect uh product to use for that?
Well, say it one more time. I heard the arthritis. What was the other part of that?
I've got herniated and bulging back discs.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you definitely would have pain, swelling,
I've
inflammation,
got complete numbness on my right side.
and damage as well. I would say the combination of I would do the phytoson and stem combination plan on that because the phytoson helps the stem go where it needs to go to do the rebuilding of things that need to be rebuilt and help you with what's happening there that's being affected by the arthritis. So very
Okay.
good. So that's my thoughts there. So the trans factor is the other immunity product too that I wanted to show you right here. Boost your body's natural defenses with our immunity supplements to help protect against illnesses and strengthen your immune system. So again, when you join, they give you a free product, right? It pays for that initial payment. Then it's $20 a month thereafter, and you get the whole digital library, and that's part of that. And then you're always getting a preferred members pricing on the product. So that was my piece tonight. Sorry if it went a little long. I get really excited about it, but I just don't think people are grasping, not necessarily our group, but maybe a little bit in our group, or really aren't grasping what is here. We have to really understand that the power is immense. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the room, and I am going to stop my share, and now I'm going to turn it over to Jared to talk about step 2 of the 2K Profit System.
All right, so share sound. Make sure I get the right screen here.
There you go. That's it.
Good to go.
Yeah, looks good.
All right, so a lot of you have been on these webinars. You've seen a lot about step 2, the Genesis Legacy Vault. And tonight we're just going to kind of go through probably just one of the courses that we have back there in our products for step 2. I'm trying to, hang on a second. All right, so right now we're in a free membership in step 2, so I can kind of walk you through the upgrade process. We'll go through a little bit of the information. So 2KPS put in Genesis Legacy Vault. Genesis Legacy Vault is, I would say, not a spinoff, but it's basically all the products that we brought over from the Genesis Lifestyle Network. Okay. So we brought over all the products, we brought over the same product packages, we brought over the same commission structure, and we put it to KPS. Number one, it's a lot simpler to have everything under one roof, okay, so to speak. So at the Genesis Legacy Vault, the big thing is our products, but also this is where you get the 2K and the 2K profit system. So we have packages ranging from $100 to get started, plus the admin, all the way up to 2K. And that's our mastery package. And that package is where you're going to be able to make 100% commissions on every single product sale. Plus, okay, you're never passing up a sale if you go at the top package. Now, what we tell people is, hey, just get started at the package that you can afford. If that's the pro package, okay, that's $150 to get in. If it's the elite package, that's around $725. The big thing is with step 2 is you want to make sure that you are maximizing your commissions. All right. Because this is where you can really start to make some good money inside of 2KPS. Now, if you come to step 2, guys, you can go down here and you can kind of read the bullet points. It's going to tell you a little bit about how the upgrades work, how some of the pass up sales work. Underneath the video, you're going to see the comp plan chart. Okay, you can kind of go through here. Anything in red means that you're not passing up a sale. Okay, so as you can see on the pro package, if you came in at pro, you're going to earn $100 across the board. Okay, if you bring in a free member, you earn $100 across the board, and then this will tell you what you're going to pass up to your next qualified sponsor. Okay, so if you were a pro, you sold a mastery package, you're going to earn $100, but you're going to pass up $1,900 to the person in your upline that is qualified to receive that mastery sale. Okay. And then, of course, the upgrade chart, this kind of goes over the commissions you could make if you sold a package to a member that was already, say at the pro package. All right. And you're a mastery owner. So that's kind of how the upgrade commissions work. So down below here are 5 packages: Pro, Advanced, Elite, VIP, Mastery. All packages, the product price is one time and the membership price is one time. Now, if you decide to upgrade at a different time, okay, let's say you're at Pro, you want to go into Mastery, you're just going to pay the difference in the product price and the membership price. Okay, so we made it as simple as we possibly could. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in to a mastery back office, which will be mine. And when you guys upgrade to a pro package or any other package that we offer in step 2, of course, it's not loading because it likes to do this when I'm on a Zoom. So once you upgrade, what you're going to see when you log into your back office is now you're going to see a product tab. Okay. You have now unlocked the Genesis Legacy Vault. You have unlocked access to all the products. So if you're Mastery, you're going to have access to every single product package back here. You're going to have access to every course that we offer in 2KPS. Used to be 400 videos. There's probably around 600 videos now with hours and hours of content that you're getting the resale rights to. So we'll just go in and we'll go to ChatGPT Masterclass. Okay, we'll go to video 1. And Rob, let me know if you can hear my video, and I'll go ahead and play this just for an example of what we have here.
Hello and welcome. Once you
Yes.
understand how to operate the basics of ChatGPT, you will be able to overcome a blank screen when you need to produce content or you need to produce elements in your business that would otherwise be difficult to construct from scratch. At the same time, you must realize ChatGPT's limitations. It does generate incorrect information. It also might produce information or lines or content that may be harmful to your brand or harmful in general. It also is limited to the content that was on the internet. Now, as of the recording of this video, ChatGPT is limited to the world and events as of 2021. That could change by the time you are looking at this video. Regardless, there are limitations. And so in your production,
Okay, so that's just kind of a sample course of what you get back here. They're very high quality training courses that you get access to. So just for example, in this course, you get over 20 video training modules that you can go through. And then of course it tells you the course outline that you're getting access to. So yeah, if you go back to products and mastery, you'll see, that you have access to 11 different courses. And we're not telling you, hey, you have to come in here, you have to go through every video before you can market the system. No, that's not how it works. These products are there for you to actually take advantage of at your leisure. Okay. So when you have time and you want to come back in, you say, oh, I want to learn more about Facebook Live. Okay. You guys can come in here, click that button, and go through the course at your own pace. So pretty simple, a lot of different courses here, a lot of different products. Like I said before, if you're only at a pro level, you're only going to get access to the pro products. You will also get access to our 2KPS training calls, which are very valuable. These calls we're on right now that we actually upload to your back office here. And then if you're a mastery owner, okay, and here's all our training calls. Takes a little bit to load because we got a lot back here. But yeah, there's training calls all the way from October of last year until just last week, 9/17. And then last thing I'm going to touch on in the products is another big thing we're putting together here is our masterclass training calls, which are directly after this. And you guys also get access to those if you're a mastery member. So a lot of training calls back here as well. So anyway, I think that wraps it up for step 2, and I'm going to turn it over to Susan.
No, you're going to turn over to me because Susan lost internet. She just texted me.
Oh,
I'm
well, Susan's not here.
Yeah, Susan's not here. Yeah, I didn't know either until she texted me. Luckily, I looked because I had my phone on silent. Right. Anyway, so I'm going to do a quickie. I'm going to do a quickie on 3 and 4 in traffic and bonuses, and then we'll open it up for questions. And good job, Jared, as always. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to go back to screen share because we want to try to every time do a little. We want to always go through everything so everybody sees the full complement of what we have. So after you've completed step 1 and you've had a good conversation, maybe multiple conversations, you can book multiple appointments. Through this whole process, there should be ongoing, constant dialogue and support. That's the goal of the 2K profit system. But 1 and 2 are the positioning steps. So I in my past have talked to people about, hey, this, let me get information of why I should, make a commitment into something. And it's always been very helpful, and it helped me make that decision. So, you don't want to run and you don't want to hide from investing a fairly large sum of money into yourself, into your business. You don't want to hide from it. You want to embrace it and talk to somebody about it who's been there and who understands. So step 1 and 2 are the positioning steps, because if you're not positioned, you can't earn like you should and what you deserve. So step 3 then moves us into, we're positioned now, let's just set up the funnel. You've already uploaded your photo in the introduction. You're going to join Leads Leap. I don't think you don't have to upgrade with Leads Leap. So if you were looking for, say, okay, there's some things I'm going to hold off on, we recommend it because you're going to get more tools out of the list builder called Leads Leap and the page builder and all of that. You get more tools. You can send broadcasts out, a lot of things. But for new people, maybe they want to just keep it bare bones, fine. But you want to get it set. You want to join. You want to put in your affiliate ID and hit the save for Leads Leap, just like you did everywhere else. And follow the instructions. Follow the video to set up a beautiful lead capture page like one of these here. This is always my favorite. This style, if I can blow it up and make it bigger. It's not letting me do. I thought I used to do that. Anyway, it's the one with the kind of the green. It's number 9. It's the last one with. It looks like I love the stock market. So I love the green, the green and the arrow going up and the graph and everything. So that's one that I like. You can build a beautiful page like that and hook it up with your list, with your autoresponder, so that when you're advertising, people are going to get a series of emails. They're going to warm them up so they could join that way. And then ultimately they join the 2K profit system, because you can hook up either a bridge page or or just a regular sales page, which is right here at the top. A bridge page is a little more advanced, but we have a link over here on the left-hand side, set up bridge page. That's where you can do a custom video and speak to your prospect a little bit more, but that's a little advanced. And that's stuff we talk, that's sort of a masterclass type topic there. And that's pretty much it. So now when they fill in that form, they're gonna hit your list. They're gonna get emails. They're gonna get invited to join the 2K profit system. And if they do, you're gonna get all that. You're gonna get the answers to the questions via email, and then poised to do a meet and greet with them, right? Do a meet and greet with them and bring them over to a meeting then. So you don't have to sell. Let the system do its thing. All you're selling is you and your support, and you're an advocate for them. You're in their corner. Let the system do its thing. Let the webinar, the recordings do their things, and all you're doing is you're guiding. It's a soft guide, not a hard sell. It's really that simple. And that's really it for step 3. Now you've got a beautiful lead capture page, but you need to potentially add, if you want, a little more income. That would be well step by step. We call that our bonus income stream. And I talked, and I think I have it memorized because I talked enough with Susan about this. But the thing we wanted to talk about is with well step by step is that once it gives you a bonus income. You don't really have to do anything more other than locking in, getting your profile and things and how you want to get paid over there, and locking in your ID, saving that, and you're good to go. Because their matrix does pay higher than just about anybody out there. And they've just introduced now, it's coming very soon. They've updated their structure. So you're going to get paid a fast start bonus, which is like $25, which is pretty good. But they're also in their matrix going to pay $10 on the first level. They're going to pay $3 on the rest of the levels 2 through 8, and 8 is a new level. They're opening that up. So I think a complete 8-level filled matrix is now worth $19,000 a month at well step by step. And again, this is an example of residual income because it's monthly, and a one-time commission is great, but it's a one-time. So we like to mix in some residual options for you guys, but it's a bonus, and it's a choice, something that you can go for, or you can say, you know what, I'm good. I don't need the bonus income stream. So that's up to the individual. And then you have there's additional information in Susan's great video and in the rest of the information on the page. Traffic is easy. That's real easy. We give you 3 options for traffic. We give you right now it's the traffic on demand, because the co-op is still locked through the rest of September. So we're going to take, you can put an order in for the co-op now for October. But if you want traffic on demand, if you want traffic to start running tomorrow, that would be your ticket, traffic on demand. And we have our great provider, Alessandro, who would welcome you with open arms. He always says, Rob, are you talking about this in your meetings? Because I'm not getting a lot of orders. And I'm like, Alessandro, don't worry about it. I'm going to talk about it. So, but he's a great guy. He's a great coach. For those of you that have ordered from him, there are providers, if you give them a stupid link, like it's incorrect, it's a page that would never get any results, he's not going to let it go and just take your money and laugh. He's going to coach you and say, I don't think this is the right, here's some thoughts. So pick his brain. He is actually a member of our team, if you will. Alessandro Serra. I've known him for 5 years or more, and I've run a lot of traffic with him and have had a lot of results. So traffic on demand is really good. And then you have your viral mailers. And that's free traffic. So that's the free traffic. So the difference is you're going to get probably fewer signups, but you get some quality people you can find in these viral mailers. But when it comes to the paid traffic, it comes more rapid. It's kind of fast and furious, and there's a lot of sifting and sorting that you have to do. And we're going to talk about in our master class. We're going to talk about we're kind of going back to single versus double opt-in, and we're going to hash that out in our 9 o'clock hour for our mastery level members, because there's been some things that we've noticed and heard and seen, and we're gonna talk about it, which will ultimately trickle down to everybody. And that's one of the reasons why you want to get your mastery set, because you get everything. You're part of the internal discussions. You are like just locked and loaded with this company and organization. So that is the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and take. Bonuses. Yeah. So once your traffic is running, you can sit back, relax a little bit, wait for the signups to come and people to follow up with, or people that are going to be booking a call with you. But I will say that one of the things we will tell everybody is don't send text message welcomes to people. It doesn't work anymore. That's my tip for you tonight. Just pick up the phone, because the survey is going to tell you if they're worth calling, because if they have money that they're willing to invest, we want them to meet us, and we want them to definitely go through the system and follow everything that we're doing here. So call them, and you can call them right in their time preference. If you end up calling them outside the time preference, I'll just leave a good voicemail, and and just let them know that I'm thinking about them, and I'm sorry I couldn't call you during when you're most likely to be able to take a call, but we'll be working on getting together. But in the meantime, just want you to know I'm here for you. So then you can do some email correspondence perhaps. So we're really learning how to use these various follow-up methods correctly, because I'll have somebody that would never respond to a text message that once I've talked to them on the phone, immediately they answer. So why is that? I want you to think about that tonight. The answer is really easy. Anyway, so that's that. So the bonuses are cool. So you're running traffic, you got some great people coming in. Collect your bonuses for all the hard work that you did. Go through and see what you earned for step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and any extras. See what your sponsor may make an additional recommendation, which is this button in the left-hand column, and have fun and enjoy and profit greatly, as they say. Okay, I'm going to come back to the room and see who we have here from a new member standpoint, because we're really short on time. We only have 13 minutes here.
Excuse me, Rob. Deborah Bowser's posted a question in the chat.
Oh,
do you
I
have
do see
to
that
pay
now.
him monthly? I believe that she's referring to Alexandra.
No, well, it's whenever you can do it whenever you want. It's not a program per se. It's just purchasing the traffic. So no, you don't have to pay him monthly. You can buy the traffic whenever you want. You could buy it a couple times in a month. You could skip a month. You could however you want to do it. You have the complete control of when you want to make that purchase. You're buying clicks is what you're getting. So up to 1,000 clicks. So you could be consistent monthly. That's probably not a bad idea, but maybe there's a month where you say I'll take a break. It's fine, and then you can come back right to it. So thank you, Deborah, for that question. Thanks, Vicky, for seeing that.
And
I missed that.
we've also got a Vincent Candulo in the Facebook group. And he just made a comment when we were talking about law of averages. I can't count how many times a person with little or no money tries to tell me how to get rich.
Fair. Good job, Vincent. So hopefully you're a member of the 2K Profit System. Make sure you join under the person who invited you to the call. And let's get you going. We need people like you in this organization, great minds and great feedback there. Yeah. And that's what we're teaching everybody, to be that credible expert that has put skin in the game, that is making money, that can speak from a better position, but you got to learn. You got to learn properly how to do it. So again, thank you, Vincent, for that. All right. I think Dale has a question, and I don't see any newbies here. Anybody that's brand new. I'm looking real quick one more time. But I thought we had our Chuck, and he had to maybe go. Hopefully Chuck will come forward and join. He's got his link from Jared. But Jared, Dale, go ahead. You're clear for takeoff.
Absolutely. No, I just wanted to say kudos to you guys with the extra information, because I got two new members today, and I was surprised with the extra information, and it makes such a difference because you know exactly who you're dealing with, when you pop on a call with them. And it just makes it so much better when you're talking to these people, whether they're serious or not before you even get on a call with them. Because in the past, you and I talked about, setting up the questions and stuff, and sometimes they don't even answer the questions. So I'll hop on a Zoom with them anyway, just because, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, unlike maybe you may not, or may not, but I will. But with this, it kind of gives you, an idea, if they got money to spend and, are willing to invest, at least, their mindset's there, that they know they have to invest in order to earn, which is unlike most of the people that are out there today, which, they think they can just earn for free and don't understand they have to actually spend and make. So
let me ask
kudos to you guys for
yes,
putting that in there.
You're
really
welcome.
is a big help.
Let me ask you this real quick, Dale. So those two prospects that came in, did they actually say that they had some money to invest in the business?
Yeah, they did. And
Nice.
one, I left a message and I'll call him back tomorrow. The other one I met with today, and he wasn't interested in, he had a program he was promoting, and he was interested in promoting that. And he wasn't interested in network marketing.
Okay.
Per se. He wasn't a network marketer.
Okay.
And so it didn't seem like, after talking with him for a little while, it wasn't a program that was right for him. And I wasn't going to waste his time.
That's fair enough.
So I just, I said, it doesn't sound like this is the right program for you. So I let him go. I wished him luck, and,
that's good.
let him, send him on his way. But I'll definitely reach out to the other person tomorrow and see what we can do with him. But
the other thing too is when you have a toolkit. I know you do. You have a toolkit, and most of us have a pretty good toolkit. So you just never know that person. There's always that opportunity where maybe what we initially thought we were going to be talking about is where they were going to go, but feel free to pivot when and sometimes your mind will just give you that little thought like, hey, you know what? All right, maybe this isn't really okay. So maybe this isn't exactly what you were looking for, but you got a primary thing that you want to promote. Here, I've got a couple of things that I have that can help you with that. So you just never know. I think it's always cool. Kudos to you for having these conversations, because they can lead to various paths, not always the one that you're expecting.
No, and I learned that there were several things that I thought about after I hung up the call with him. Crap, why didn't I could have talked about that, or
call him back. That's right.
Or I could have talked about this, or
sure.
I could have talked about the other thing. So there's always a lesson in everything.
Yes.
And you always have to, keep your mind open to that. But it's all about the journey, and what you learn along the way. So for the next time, I'm locked and loaded. But I just wanted to hop on. I got to run, but I just wanted to hop on and say kudos to you guys, because that's definitely helpful.
Appreciate it, man. Good job. Keep up the good work, Dale. You're out there working hard, so it's coming, man.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. All right. We're pretty much to the end of the line. Unless somebody has a burning additional question or thought, we do want to continue to challenge ourselves to bring a guest. That's the key. We owe it to our people. We owe it to our list, and we owe it to our members that we do everything we can to get them on a call. Whether, even if we have to do it kicking and screaming, I guarantee you when they come on it, most people who have any interest in this type of thing are going to say, wow, this is something different. And I love when I want to be thought of as somebody different, kind of a purple elephant, so to speak. And our model is a little different. And what they mean is there's nothing that's like this, because there's so much crap out there and so much deception and so much, I'm going to build your business for you, and I'm going to put 20,000 people under you. and all of that. And everybody's going to fall for that. But, we're trying to make the industry stronger and resistant. So if we can talk to people and influence them in our little ways, we have more influence than we may give ourselves credit for. Don't forget Facebook. Don't forget YouTube. Don't forget TikTok, various places where you can spread the gospel of 2KPS and the right way of doing things. And it does take work and effort, but it pays off. And it's the anti-message to the scammers. It's the opposite of what they say. And they're scamming people. So they need to come to justice at some point. And I will not rest until they are. And I know that sounds a little strong, but I'm not a vigilante, but I'm here to be their worst nightmare, basically, and do it through great communication, great information, and great webinars like this. That's how we win with our. It's a war. It's words. Words win. Good words, positive words, all that. Scammers will be exposed, and they already have. I can see one that's already crumbling. And hey, I don't wish bad on anybody, but do the right thing out there, leaders and such. Okay, so that's it for tonight for our meeting. I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stream. And Vincent, make sure you join us. So we want to see you part of 2KPS. And then, reach out. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to your sponsor. I'm easily found. I'm Rob.Gearing on Facebook. So you certainly, I'll route you to the right person. Make sure you're taken care of. But reach out so we can get you moving and grooving. So Facebook, thank you very much, to your massive success. And to our live crew here, if you are a mastery level member, stay put. If you are not, then we bid you a great evening. And for our mastery level members, we're going to be talking about a very important topic: single versus double opt-in in your 2K profit system. We're going to not debate that, but we're going to beat that around a little bit. And I have a follow-up tip as well that I want to talk about too. I'll probably hit that first at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So this is time to hit the bathroom fast, get a drink, and we'll see everybody, all the mastery level members, back here in just a very short moment. We'll get that started. So thank you very much. And the recording now has stopped. To your massive success.